It's a good
problem. It's like, I'm thirsty. God, I gotta crack open that barrel-aged stout. Like, that's exactly what my body needs.
That's me every morning.
This week we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with our old friend Matthew Moldenhauer. This is episode 158 of the Malting Hour.
What's the haps on the hops? Got yeast, that's beast. This the Malting Hour where we talk about our drink and tell you what we think every other week. And if we get drunk, well, we might slur our speech. Got the gift of gab, the friends you wish you had. Join us for a drink, join us for a laugh. Time is never wasted, where you getting wasted. The Malting Hour here, people take your places. People take your places. People take your home.
Welcome to the Malting Hour. I'm one of your hosts, Tony Golick, joined always with
Brandon Winnington.
Oh, shit.
Oh, we're right off to the races.
Yeah, I thought about doing something like that. I'm like, nah, let's not. But hey, man.
I got you covered. Don't worry.
Thank you. And to my immediate left and Brandon's immediate right.
Oh, my immediate left, too.
Fuck.
No, it's my
The
right.
Malting
Yeah,
Hour.
that's right.
Yeah, Malting Hour sandwich.
The meat to the Malting Hour sandwich.
Matthew Moldenhauer,
Yeah,
a.k.a. corned beef.
Give it up for corned beef. Welcome back, Matthew.
It's always good to be here.
Feels like it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been. Been a while. How long has it been?
The Maltese and... I was like, you guys had the Maltese and some extra backups one, and then you guys just didn't drink alcohol for a month. So
No.
He didn't. I kept drinking. And then we took, was it 2 weeks off?
Yeah.
Yeah, we took 2 weeks off. Now we're back in full swing. We're going hard.
Blame the Rona for that.
Yeah, and then I was moving, so.
yeah, now it's Chicago, and it's 70, almost, I think it hit
now.
80
Did
today.
it? It was pretty warm.
We
I don't
went
know.
out on
I took
a
a half day
patio.
today. I took a half day today and slept.
We drove, we were coming back from hockey. We drove past Eris. They had their whole patio set was out. I was like, smart.
Well, we also...
Except for when it snows in 3 days.
Tomorrow morning.
Probably.
Oh, we're supposed to have storms tonight, so I'm very excited about that.
Yeah. Dude, what if the power goes out in here while we're recording?
Oh no, we'll have to do the whole episode again. The cursed St. Patrick's Day episode.
Well, the good thing is we don't go over the internet. This thing's got a battery. We can go until this thing dies.
Oh, great. Well, we'll just keep drinking
Just
more.
keep talking. Just keep
And then the apocalypse happens, and then we all come out, and we're just like, oh,
Cool, we did it.
go back in the basement and drink.
I guess we're gonna finish the bourbon.
At least we've got stuff to keep us alive
Alcohol,
or to kill us. Either one.
meat, some veggies. This
Cheese
industrial
balls.
size thing of cheese balls in front of me.
We'll have to resort to eating the frozen meat in the freezer so it doesn't go to waste.
Oh no, bummer.
Oh, I could start up the fire and we could just roast steaks over the fire.
See, and that's gas, right? Is there electricity?
Yeah, it's gas.
Ooh, look at that. Man, we're fine.
We're gonna live, guys.
We're gonna live.
We're gonna live.
We're gonna live. What are Becca and Benjamin gonna do?
No, we can eat yogurt and whatever's up there.
Whatever before it goes bad.
Oh, you guys want protein? Sorry.
The boys are busy. We'll just keep doing the podcast. Anyways, welcome everybody. This is our St. Patrick's Day episode. Yay.
Top of the morning, too.
It's good. I can do a pretty good Irish accent, but out of respect to our friends in Ireland who actually do listen to this show, I'm not going to do it today. All right, so welcome back.
That was his good Irish accent.
Welcome back, Matthew. It's nice to have you back on the show. We missed you.
Well, thank you. It's been a busy couple months for us, and we're right in the swing of things. So this is my favorite time of year in Chicago.
Yeah, it's especially with like today's weather being so nice and it looking like it's probably gonna stay on that trend with a couple of cold days here and there. So, I'm pretty excited that we're getting into spring because spring's right around the corner, baby.
Yeah, it's
Spring's here. It's here.
Dude,
Only
this is
uphill.
still fall spring.
Oh yeah. Even last week when we had the cold weather, I refused to wear any winter clothes. Sweatshirt only.
Yeah.
I've gone, nope.
We got up this morning and we were walking Benjamin to school and like I was getting dressed and I was like, I'm throwing on shorts, and I did it. And it was still only 50 degrees out, but I was actually, when we got there, I was like, I'm glad I did this because by the time, usually when we walk, if I'm wearing pants, I'm like overheated,
Yeah.
and like because we kind of hustled to get there. But
Ready
today
to
I was
shower.
Like, this is perfect. These shorts are great, but then I had to go back to his school. I was like, I'm putting pants on. So. Kids
The school has to tell you that often, don't they?
Mr. Whittinger, please
put your pants on.
You got it. You're the boss. All right, so I went to enough pleasantries. Let's get down to the gritty here, the nitty gritty. I went to Beer on the Wall on Wednesday, and
Which one?
Park Ridge. That is the one I frequent. That is the one I go to the most. That is one I go about 99.9% of the time, unless I'm going to meet you in Arlington Heights that one time.
Yeah. I was like, Park Ridge is great, but yeah, Arlington Heights.
I mean,
Matt Priest has great selection there.
It's funny because it's not far from where I work. It's maybe like a 20-minute drive. But then if I go there and I have some beers, then I got to drive home. It's remember the last time?
You didn't take the Metro?
No.
I didn't either, but
I think I still have your little easel that has a chalkboard on it. So, just so you know, I think I still have that.
Well, we can look ahead to the Meals on Wheels.
Ah, yes.
And then you guys can write out what we have and do a little Malting Hour promo with those.
It's a good idea.
Krampus, Cushy Blues. What are your expensive beers?
What are your expensive? I just got
Any hazy.
Yeah.
Triple Beezer. Can we do a quadruple Beezer?
We've talked about it, but
That sounds like that would be tough. I gotta be honest. Like
Should serve some bourbon-barreled bourbon
bourbon
on tap.
bourbon barrel Beezer. Bourbon barrel Cushy. Ooh, bourbon barrel Cushy Blues would be pretty good.
Wine
Moore still
barrel,
made one of my favorites. They did like a tiki barrel-aged sour.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I feel like I might have had that.
I have one bottle left, and
Why didn't you bring it?
you guys need a special episode for that one.
Yeah, it's
Summer
called
episode.
Welcome to the show, Matthew. That's fucking special.
We brought you back. That's special. All right, look. The first beer we're gonna drink.
You want to share that beer?
Yeah, I'm gonna read off of it real quick. Okay, relax.
So we all gotta fucking wait? Great.
Pour a little bit more in my glass. Midwest Coast Irish Tommy Irish Style Red Ale. There you go. So it's from Midwest Coast. Our friends over at Midwest Coast, because they've been on the show, and I've been back since. Has anyone been there since the rooftop is?
I knew that was gonna happen.
This is why you're not welcome back all the time.
All the time. ASMR.
Have you guys been back to or been to Midwest Coast since they opened up their little patio area, their deck?
I have not. Have you?
I went during the winter. It was and it was closed, I believe, at the moment. Ooh, somebody I know has already checked this beer in. So this is a highly drinkable pint with approachable hop bitterness and enough roasted barley to deliver a beautiful red hue. Irish Tommy will satisfy from Bridgeport to Beverly and from Midway to South Shore. So fuck
nowhere on the north side.
Fuck the north side. We get it, guys. Thanks. If you live on the north side, go fuck yourself.
There's no Irish on the north side.
From Bridgeview to Beverly. Oh, wow. It's such a far trip.
Actually, that's good.
Shut up, dude. Anyways.
Am I missing? Is Tommy just someone? Do I not know about Irish Tommy? Is that something?
Dude, you don't know Irish Tommy? Oh, my God. This, again, another reason why we don't bring you back on all the time. I can't believe you have to ask who the hell Irish Tommy is.
Well, not after the 3 convictions.
Dude.
Your 3 convictions or Irish Tommy's?
Irish Tommy's, I'm assuming.
Irish Tommy likely refers to Tommy Shelby, the fictional protagonist of the British crime drama Peaky Blinders.
There it is.
Played by the Irish actor Cillian Murphy. He's a character of Irish Romani, sometimes spelled Romani, gypsy descent. I'm guessing that's probably what it is.
He's right. Irish Romani heritage on both sides and consider themselves gypsy. So, now you know, dude. You're welcome.
Yeah, it was like the only gypsy I remember is Brad Pitt in one of the Guy Ritchie movies.
Oh, fuck. What is it? Where he's got the Cockney accent?
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels?
Is that?
No.
No.
But yes.
Yes. What movie is it?
No, but yes.
No, but yes. All right. What do you guys think of this beer? Irish Red. Okay. I'm trying to think, like, I've had some Irish Reds in my day.
You thinking Snatch?
Yeah, that's what it is. I thought you called him Snatch. What are you thinking, Snatch?
Hey there, Snatch. What you got on this beer?
Corned beef.
Corned beef and Snatch.
Oh, God.
Sounds like the best weekend
I was going to say, that sounds like a really nice St. Patrick's Day. I'm not going to lie. Ooh, welcome to Malting Hour After Dark.
I was thinking kind of like a law program.
Yeah, that's fine. Corned beef and Snatch, though, sounds very vulgar, dude.
Oh, yeah.
as soon as I said it.
No. If we you know what? That I almost want to title the episode "Corned Beef and Snatch," but I don't think that's appropriate. Anyway,
We'll lose all our children listeners.
all of our 17 and younger listeners who want to know about beer. I want to know what beer's like when I get older. I'll listen to these guys. They seem like they know their shit.
I like this. It's a little bit thinner, has a little bit of a dry note, not quite as malty as I think of Irish Reds, but it's very drinkable, easy drinking, nice and malty. I want a little bit more complexity to it, but it's quite delightful.
I was going to say I like the maltiness of it and the fact that it isn't super, like there isn't a sweetness to like kind of, like there it's, and maybe I'm just thinking because I don't know, there's got to be obviously some type of roasted barley or darker grain in there that I'm picking up on. I really well, obviously it's a red ale. But I really like it. I think it's good. I think it's I've had some Irish Reds that are too bitter, that almost are unpleasant. And that's what I get worried about sometimes with red ales, our Irish Reds. And that is not the case here. Brandon, what do you think?
I'm kind of in the same world as you guys. I don't like the body. I feel like it should be a little heavier. I will
like
say,
for your preference.
yeah, and I will say it does not take away from like the flavor profile. It smells great. It had a good hop aroma. It had a good like that maltiness kind of came through with like that subtle hint of like hop because it's not overwhelming in an Irish red. I love the color. I think they got that nailed down. And there's like this weird sweetness that I'm not weird, but there's a sweetness that I'm getting that kind of is predominant for me.
Interesting.
Not necessarily in a bad way, but not what I would expect in an Irish red. And I guess that's just what I'm picking up on right now. So
I'm gonna sip here.
Yeah, I don't quite get what sweetness are you getting. More like caramel, biscuity notes.
yeah, it's more like like a biscuity sweetness that I'm kind of picking up on.
Yeah, that just might be the malt.
Yeah, and again,
With all the tariffs, everyone.
yeah.
Oh jeez. We've
Not
even
again.
10 minutes into the episode. Let's get political.
Yeah, but no,
seriously,
I
it's
actually
political.
enjoy it. Like
Yeah.
I've gone through this fairly quickly.
Well, we've said it numerous times when we're drinking the same beer that it's always interesting, especially if there's three of us now, or when there's more than just me and you, or even it's just me and you.
Yeah, everyone's got a different take.
Yeah, like
A lot of times.
yeah, and it's rare that you and I will land on the exact same. Like, yep, there's that. But that is fun when that happens too.
Yeah.
You're just here though, Matthew.
I love it. I just get to drink beer. That's one of my favorite things to do.
My favorite pastime. Yeah. Overall, I think it's really good. I have yet to have a bad beer from Midwest Coast, so I'm happy that that streak has not been broken with this.
Yeah, I think I haven't had too many things outside. Obviously, Midwest Coast is known for English styles, and I think they nail those. This falls along those lines, and so I would like to try, a little bit more variety out of them too.
Sure.
So hopefully get some more. But yeah, everything I've had from them is real good.
Yeah, and to me, I'm like, I don't know what it is that I feel like I'm missing. And again, I'm not like a connoisseur of Irish Reds by any means. But
Except for the ladies.
Anyway, I don't know like what would be a good comparison or like side by side to do with this.
I think we've said this.
Only there was another Irish Red that was brought.
At least I know of at least one.
Up.
I
Feed the monkey. Let's go.
I know we've talked about Irish Reds before, and like I remember, like a lot of people, I would assume here in the States or even the Midwest, Killian's Irish Red is one of the first probably Irish Reds a lot of us have had.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'm kind of curious for what you guys also see. Like, obviously Guinness still out there everywhere for St. Patrick's Day. Have you seen as much Killian's or other Irish from Ireland beer, or do you think it's more local?
At Binny's, yes. I maybe not Killian's, but I know that there's other offerings. At your random grocery store, no, it's just Guinness, and I don't even see Guinness. Was the extra right?
The foreign stout.
Foreign stout,
Yeah.
which I love that one. I bought regular Guinness, but the foreign stout to me is so much better. It's definitely more full. But yeah, no, I haven't seen much of anything other than Epiphanies.
What I have noticed is I've been seeing more Irish whiskeys instead of just Jameson. So I think there's another one, Proper.
Yep. Proper 12.
Isn't that
Yes. Yeah, I was at
isn't that the sexual assault guy?
I was at Target earlier, and like literally that's all they had out was like a bunch of that stuff. I'm like, are you blowing through inventory? Or like, and then the Jameson was like locked in a cage in the back, but
Locked in a cage.
And then obviously Tullamore.
oh
Yeah,
that was the other one.
I've been seeing a lot more Telly.
That's funny. When I went to go get stuff for the corned beef and cabbage, I got a bottle of Bailey's, and then I was like looking for Jameson, and didn't have Jameson. I was like, oh, duh, Tullamore Dew. Why would I not get that? So I got a bottle of Tullamore Dew at home now.
Yeah, I can't do shots of JMO, but Tullamore Dew?
Tullamore Dew? Thank you.
I had. There used to be a bar.
Good Irish accent.
Dude.
There used to be a bar on Western Avenue called the Celtic Crown.
Yes.
And the one time the proprietor of that place was a really big fan of Tullamore Dew and was like always trying to sell it. And every time I was there, he's like, "You want a shot of Tullamore Dew? You want a shot of Tullamore Dew?" I'm like, "I know you're not going to make me pay for it, so I'm going to say yes."
There's a red label one that's really
But I
good.
like. I mean, it's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what the difference is, but I remember the red label one being very tasty. And actually, I prefer to do a shot of Tullamore Dew over a Jameson for sure. If someone's like, do a shot of whiskey, I'm like, do a Tullamore Dew. No.
Yeah, I had one recently that was aged that was quite nice from Tullamore Dew. So,
Oh, real quick, before we move on to this next beer, how many North Side Irish pubs are we going to give Irish Tommy? See what I did there? I gave him a little sudden jab in the South Side. How many North Side Irish parades are you going to give this?
Let's start with Matthew.
Matthew, how many North Side Irish parades are you giving this beer?
I'm thinking of 3.75. Real solid. I drink it again.
Fair enough. Brandon?
Exactly what I was thinking. 3.75.
Yeah, I'm about 37, 36. Like, it's good. I'm also trying to be more realistic with my check-ins these days and when I'm rating things. Because 4 to me used to just be a standard. I'm like, 4 is great, but 4 is really good. But also, 3.5 out of 5 is pretty good too. You know what I mean? Like, that's good. That's like solid.
Yeah,
So,
I think everyone has different barometers. For me, like 3.5 is, I'd drink it again.
yeah, and that's the same thing. Like this, I would drink it again. Around this time, I don't know if it's a beer that I would necessarily, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if necessarily I would like.
Maybe only brewed around this time. Huh?
Yeah, but I'm saying like if it was like an Irish ale that was available, year round, which is not very common for a local brewery to do. Yeah, I like to actually. I feel like it's a beer. If I had it on tap, I think it'd be really, really good.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yingling on tap is phenomenal.
Get out of here.
Yeah, having it in a can is one thing. Having it on tap, that's a whole nother world. Anyway, Brandon, what are we drinking next?
We are drinking Phase 3 Brewing Company, The Knot Irish Red Ale. It is an Irish Red Ale. The name is called The Knot.
KNOT.
KNOT, yes.
Is it adjuncted with like Lucky Charms?
It says
I love face.
red hair,
Red hair. Corned beef.
corned beef, and Irish tears.
Irish tears. Jesus Christ.
No, but there is brewer's notes that bread crust, silky, and roast.
That sounds about right for an Irish red.
Yeah, exactly for that. Honestly,
Smells good.
the can is much different than most of the Phase 3 cans I've seen. I wasn't expecting that.
It looks
And
like it should be a stout, though.
It does look like it should be a stout
Yeah.
with mint. But I do love.
Wait, this isn't?
I do love
What am I tasting?
the Celtic knot on
Yeah.
the label. Like, it's real beautiful.
Yeah, it's very cool. That would be a label I would peel off and stick on a beer fridge. Brandon, what are your first impressions of this one?
Maybe like my second or third. It's not. So again, maybe I'm way off on Irish Reds. It's not dissimilar to the last one. There's a lot of similarities that I'm getting.
Yeah.
I do feel like the body is a little bit heavier on this.
Interesting.
The sweetness is a little more subtle. and I'm getting like more roasty notes, almost like a rye type. Something's going on that I'm like, that's kind of throwing me for a loop. But it's very pleasant, very well balanced. I do enjoy this. This one's drinking pretty good too.
I would say, me personally, this one's a little smoother than the other one. It's funny that you said the body thing, because I feel like this one is a little more aqueous to me. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Big words.
Yeah, I was like, smooth is one of those triggering
Yeah,
words
yeah.
for me. I'm like, oh.
Well, yeah. Aqueous. There we go.
You're like, I like the beer more.
Yes, I do. I do like this beer more. It's
But
more.
do you think the actual body has just...
Yeah, I feel like to me it feels a little. I don't know. It feels. I kind of wish we had some left so I can do a little side by side. Of the Midwest Coast. This one to me is almost. I like to think of certain beer basically just being like a thirst quenching type thing for me too. I would go to this one if I was like, man, I'm thirsty, and you guys have like, there's the Irish Red sitting here. That's all we got. And between the two, I would definitely go probably for the not.
Yeah. To me...
Wait, I want to know what Brandon thinks. What's so funny
Just
about
in my
that?
head, I was like, if I ever get to the point in my life where I'm like, I'm thirsty, and it's like, I need a beer, I'm like, I got a problem. Like,
I'm thirsty, and all we have are Irish Reds.
It's a good
although I was
problem.
like, oh, I'm thirsty. God, I gotta crack open that barrel-aged stout. Like, that's exactly what my body needs.
That's me every morning.
In my early 20s, that was how some...
I mean,
I mean, it probably was at some point, but like now I can't even fathom the idea of being like, feeling like I'm thirsty.
I'm
and being
thirsty. Let me give a heavy beer.
tailgating in college, having like a breakfast out.
Oof, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
That sounds delicious right now.
Those weren't a thing when we were in college.
Yeah, dude. We were out of college. Sorry. Please, what were you going to say?
Rolling Rock.
I think the Midwest Coast had just a little bit more dryness on the back end.
Okay.
From what I can remember. The only thing I'm not loving about this one is there's something on the nose. And maybe
As everyone goes in.
maybe it was the glass, maybe it was the Midwest Coast from before, but there's something that's a little bit sulfury.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's not quite there for me.
Smell of Matthew's glass. Maybe it's Matthew. Matthew's from hell.
Do you get some beard oil in? There's something like there was almost something fragrant when I smelled the glass.
Okay, so
No, that smells like the same thing for me.
okay.
I don't know.
I mean, for me personally, I
wasn't getting sulfuric anything, but
I think. Oh, did you dose his with sulfuric acid?
not that one, dude.
And that's
So
how.
I'm really confused.
It's actually one of the beers he brought. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the aroma was fine. It smelled, it definitely smelled a little different than the Midwest Coast. But overall, like I think there's more of a breadiness in the Midwest Coast as far as the aroma goes. Mm-hmm. This had more of just beer to me. If I want to dumb it down in the simplest ways to describe how I thought it smelled.
Malt,
like
yeast,
beer.
water, hops.
That's what it smelled like. Yeah, but overall, I like this one. I like it a lot. I like the nut a lot.
How many knots would you give it?
I would
Ooh, that's
smooth.
a good one.
Smooth.
You should work here.
Dude, you want a job? We don't pay anything, and we actually just pay for things. It's actually going to cost you money to be a part of this shit.
Just keep bringing beer.
Yes, I play Magic the Gathering. This is perfect.
Sweet. Oh, so you're used to this. I'm going to give this a 3.9.
Ooh, annoying.
Brandon, how many knots are you giving this?
I'm kind of close to that. I was like 3.8, 3.85. I do like it. I think if I had this one in the Midwest Coast side by side, I would go to this one. But again, like I say a lot, it would by no means would I not do the Midwest Coast. But I feel like this one's got a little bit more that I'm looking for.
Yeah, I got the drum there. You would not.
Hey.
Matthew?
Yeah, I think 3.8 for me too. I think I lean even with the aroma. For me, I think I lean slightly more towards it. It is one of those where I just keep going back for it a little bit more than the Midwest Coast.
Yeah, I drank this one a lot faster than the Midwest Coast. The Midwest Coast, there was It's funny going to this one after the Midwest Coast. It made me think that even though I said that there's a low hop bitterness, not as hoppy as I have in my head of some other Irish reds. This one has even less than the Midwest Coast one, I feel like, which I like because I don't really want like a hoppy Irish red ale. So, yeah, I'm going to go.
Very modern American. Next year, we're going to go for the hoppy Irish red.
Yeah, I'm going to actually want red IPAs next year.
I mean, it's one of my favorite styles. So
I miss red IPAs.
I know, I do too. I miss like when IPAs were not all hazy. I do love hazy IPAs, but I am finally at the point where I miss the days of bombers of Hop Stupid from Lagunitas, where it's just...
It was like $4 for the bomber,
yeah.
$5 for the bomber.
9% and fucking 99 IBUs, just over the top, but it was delicious. You know, like, I do like those. And a red IPA is something... Black IPAs, too. Black IPAs are... I'm glad more and more I'm seeing black IPAs pop up again.
Oh, we're working on something for you for big and happy in West Coast soon.
Oh, really? Is it called Tony's Beer?
Talk to Tim.
No, it does have a name.
Brandon's Beer?
It's called not Tony's Beer.
K-N-O-T?
Oh!
See what I did? Oh, I dropped that. What now? Real quick, because we're probably almost at the halfway point, right?
Nobody knows.
We'll never know. Lucky
like
Linny
controlling
from
anything.
Old Irving.
Yeah.
Is that an Irish red?
It is an Irish red.
You wanna grab
And
that?
a brand new
You had to
label
ask
this
that
year.
question.
What?
You had to
Yeah,
ask that question.
I know it's an Irish. I just wanted to confirm. I don't want to sound like a moron. I thought it was a barrel aged pastry
Mom.
stout.
You know those hype red ales.
Yeah, I love me some barrel aged. You know, I have my lucky. I unpacked my Lucky Linny glass, so I'm gonna drink out of that. This
And have
weekend.
you guys seen the updated label before now?
I have.
Yeah, this was one of my favorite things.
It's on social media.
Yeah, dude, we're on the internet. So is our podcast.
What?
Yeah, you should listen to it sometime. You should listen to yourself. You understand why we don't ask you back all the time. Man, what is
That's the only reason I don't listen. I gotta hear myself. So like a dumbass.
Yeah, well, I'm the one who's got to edit it. What made you guys choose the label this year? Put it together.
All of our labels done by Jason Burke of Ink and Lead that does Beezer, Della, Doji, Cushy, everything.
Doji.
We wanted... I also wanted the beer to sit on the shelf and have the same kind of artistic design, and we do love that green checkered plaid that everyone knows for Lucky Linny, but putting a 4-leaf clover with the Chicago stars on it.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was a good addition for it.
Yeah, just makes it fit in a little bit more.
I'm like I said, I'm very happy to have the Lucky Linny glass or the Old Irving glass.
So who's Linny?
Yeah, who's Linny, dude?
Linny would be Jeff Linnemeyer.
Oh, the owner coming in being like, name a beer after me.
No, the story. Well, the story I heard and why it's actually kind of funny around March Madness as well is he played basketball.
Talking shit because Jeff probably does not listen.
He played basketball in college, and so if he made a basket, he was pretty lucky.
Hey!
So he's Mr. Lucky Linny.
It's pretty clever, actually. I've had this before. I've already had this year. It's a very good beer, and I enjoy it.
I feel like we have this. We definitely have this every year.
Yeah, it's kind of become a tradition.
Yeah, and I'm not knocking it. Like the fact that we have it every year because I do enjoy this beer. This was my go-to. 2 years ago, Becca and I got into this thing where every Friday night during Lent we were like literally going to Old Irving, and that was like our thing. We'd pick up Benjamin, go to Old Irving. I'd get some Lucky Linny and some fish and chips, or something along those lines. And it was like, yeah, I mean, it's one of my favorite beers that come out every year. I mean, aside from the barrel aged stuff, it's just such a good solid beer. You know, I'm not even talking about like having it yet this year because actually I haven't. But it's been been a good solid beer that I've always enjoyed when it comes out. So.
My question for you guys, not drinking the other two, and I don't want to be involved. Do you get the body that you think the Irish Red is supposed to have?
You go back in.
Who fucked it up this year?
No, I mean
Terrible.
I don't know.
Max.
I like the body on this. I feel like this one feels a little like there's more body than the not.
Yeah, and that's what for me, that's what I think of the Irish Reds as having a little
body than not. Not?
That's the name of the episode. More body than not.
More body than not. I don't like that. I do like that. It's funny because I wasn't gonna like rank them, but if I had to rank the three, which I'm going to right now. Unfortunately, the Knot is still my favorite of the three right now. But I still do love Lucky Linny. It's very good. But I think the Knot I've never had before, and I feel like as of right now, that's kind of more of a lighter, I guess, style of... Maybe that's what it is I like about it. Maybe to me it felt like a lighter version of an Irish Red. Maybe that's what I'm looking for right now. So,
like an American Red.
Exactly. So fuck off those other two beers. That's swill. Don't drink them. That's my word. I'm out.
Wow. Don't worry, we won't be asking him back.
No, it's fantastic, and I'm glad you guys put this out every year.
I need that 20 back.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't feel like this is any different than it has been in years past.
No.
And this has just been a solid, because I don't generally go out and seek Irish Reds, but like during this time of the year, if I'm going to go somewhere and I just want to have like a beer or two, like
when you're thirsty.
And at Old Irving, like that's where we end up a lot. So like this has always been like a solid offering, and I feel like each year you guys kind of nail that style. And it's consistent year after year. So
Which then kudos to the Walnut.
I was just gonna say, are you doing it at Walnut now?
So the cans I brought you came from Walnut. So
Ooh, good
obviously
job.
we still have a service tank of Lucky Linny at the brew pub that Max brewed. But yeah, this was Ethan and Cole.
Good job, team.
I'd be curious to know. Like, so did they brew it at the pub too? Mm-hmm. I'd be curious to do a side by side to see like which one.
Yeah, we'll be your quality control if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing that a lot because we do Beezer, Della, Doji, Sentinel at both locations. We did Cushy at both, Lucky Linny at both, and coming up, we're actually going to do Oktoberfest at both.
Cool.
What?
Why don't you guys do a barrel aged Oktoberfest?
Because we like making money.
That's stupid. Should do what the people want, which is barrel aged Oktoberfest.
You mean the person?
Yeah, Tony's West Coast.
When'd you do a
IPA.
cask of Oktoberfest?
We've done it of Lucky Linny, Goat Destroyer. We're going to do it of a Kentucky Common. I've been meaning to do the Oktoberfest
Because you guys do like
Do-do.
you do the do.
Also,
You have there's always like a big like Oktoberfest thing where Trevor sometimes shows up in Lederhosen. Like if you're gonna do that, I think that would be awesome to have a cask of your Oktoberfest.
Maybe when we finally get to do events down at Walnut. We've actually never tapped a cask at the brew pub, even though I've pushed a lot of cask out there now, and I've done it and love the cask that we do. And for Baltic Pour Day at Beer Temple, we did cask of Ursa Major, and it was phenomenal.
Ursa Major.
But we don't have an engine at the brew pub, and trying to do
how do you guys get to work?
11
No, don't even just put it in a barrel, put it on the fucking top of the bar, and just bang it up.
Gravity cask.
Yeah.
10.8 gallons. I'm gonna need a lot of help drinking it.
You got it. We're there to help.
Duh.
We'll do an episode.
That's why we unofficially work for Old Irving.
Can't wait for our Krampus this year to be made.
It's supposed to be last year.
Yeah, it's happening this year, right, Trevor? Right,
You
Trevor?
missed the brew day.
That's all right. It's a fucking
Nobody
adjunct.
told us.
It's an adjunct. Add it in later.
Yeah.
What? That's how they do it?
Oh man. All right. I need a break from talking to you guys.
Yeah, and you know what? And we've talked
Too much. To
No, I was gonna say we've talked Lucky Linny before. We all enjoy it. We don't necessarily need to rate it. So
No. It's very good.
Yeah, 5
Go
stars.
Jumbo.
Beautiful. Good job.
Okay. Well, take it easy.
you think he was a brewer?
We'll be right back.
No, we won't. We're gonna stay here forever.
Go to your
The
cage.
apocalypse.
Recording and recording and then murdering.
What?
And then recording.
Shit.
And then I'm the leprechaun. Oh shit, we're dead. Oh, what's happening? Oh my god, somebody push stop so they don't hear the horror. Before I forget, I need to tell you guys both something really important. And we're back!
Welcome back, everybody. It's our 2025 St. Patrick's Day episode. We're joined with Matthew Moldenhauer.
We're only doing it once.
Yeah, we're only doing it once this year.
I clip like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I saw you go
Good
in,
luck.
I'm like, yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. We'll see.
No,
We'll see
no
if I edit.
editing.
Nah, I gotta edit this one at all. I'm leaving everything in. What
Blow
else is
the
new?
ears out.
30-second awkward pause.
Absolutely. Matthew, you've never
Filled with ads.
you've never done you've never been on have you been on a
St. Patrick's Day episode.
Thank you. Words are tough.
Oktoberfest, some winter,
Some summer,
normal beers.
normal beers, barrel-aged beers, Maltese, Christmas, Halloween, pumpkin.
Yeah.
You've
We're
been
going to have to
everything.
do a camping one.
Yeah, we are gonna have to do a camping one. Brandon, you gotta. I know. Well, the three of us will have to go camping. Yeah, you have to come camping with us.
Damn it.
I don't want to go camping.
I want to go camping.
I do too. I was talking about it today, actually.
And then we only drink smoked beers.
Oof, okay, take it easy.
I'd be okay with that. That's cool,
well,
man. That's cool, bro.
I like smoked beers, but
Milk beer brought to you by Corned Beef and Snatch.
okay. I had
Oh, we can bring corned beef.
yeah.
Throw it right in the fire.
I had barrel aged Rausch Doppelbock Rauch Doppelbock from Dovetail last weekend.
You like it?
It was okay. I'm glad I got the small pour. It was up front. It's very nice barrel aged Doppelbock, and then the smoke was just kind of weird. And I don't dislike smoked beers, but it's something about it was I didn't enjoy it as much.
Yeah, I feel like I've never had a barrel aged one, and I feel like that would be overpowering.
And that's the thing. It wasn't like a lot of smoke. It was just enough, but that just enough was too
Just enough.
much. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
too much
Just
for me.
enough. Too much.
Yeah.
I had the Pipework Smoked Hollis recently. Really liked
Smoked
it,
Hollis are
but
really
like
good.
you get really those big umami flavors. But I had the Smoked Hollis from Dovetail, and pretty much didn't get any smoke. And then don't know for sure, but someone was telling me that they didn't use any smoked malts. They just took the yeast from their Rauch beer and then repitched it.
Interesting.
And I was like, yeah,
That's cheating.
it didn't really give what you wanted off
Yeah.
of it.
I really hope that was a rumor.
Me too.
Anyways, what are we drinking next,
Beer.
Matthew?
We are drinking Riverlands Doc's Irish Stout.
Great Scott.
Doc's Irish Stout is a dry Irish stout. You don't say. This easy drinking stout was brewed in tribute to our founder Steve's grandfather, known to everyone as Doc. After being the first in his family to get a college degree, Doc traveled the world. He was lucky, too, avoiding a plane crash due to a lost cab that caused him to miss the flight. It was because of this luck that he was able to be there for his wife and 4 daughters, who he taught to drive, camp, swim, and fish. 4 daughters, 4 things. He only taught each daughter one thing, though.
Whoa.
Yeah, one could drive but couldn't camp. The one could swim but couldn't fish.
Okay, guys, I've got 4 really good talents. Each of you pick one. What do you want to do with your life?
Doc, this one's for you. 4.5%. So, yeah, real light.
I don't want to be a dick. We're not making fun of it.
No, we're not making fun of anyone. But I gotta say, that was probably the weirdest description of a beer that's just an Irish stout that I've ever heard.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I've read about a potential plane crash on a...
That part seemed kind of out of left field, but congratulations. Glad you're alive.
He's very lucky.
Yeah, but you can almost say he's a lucky Linny.
Hey, he's a lucky duck. Lucky duck?
Lucky duck. Let's do the Matthew pour.
That is definitely not the Matthew pour.
That's a lot of fun.
It's just saliva. It's just saliva. Ooh, that smells like an Irish stout.
A dry Irish stout?
Yes, a dry Irish stout. No, it does. It's actually...
I mean, dry Irish stouts are one of my favorites. It's always been hard for anyone to do dry Irish stouts just because of Guinness, but...
Yeah. Brandon, first, second, and third impressions.
Dry. Irish. Stout.
Fantastic.
Is there a little leprechaun on your
Yeah. I'm glad we survived the attack of the leprechaun during the break.
No, I will say though, it is. I'm trying to literally sum this up into like 3 impressions. Definitely getting the dryness. I'm getting the malt body that the malt flavor, profile, sugar, like that you would expect from an Irish stout, and the body on this is really good.
Yes, roastiness, spot on, kind of coffee-ish. It tastes like a dry Irish stout. The only thing I will say...
Well, you just said a lot.
Dude, shut the fuck up. I feel like the body could... What's that?
a woman?
Let's go, girls. Okay, I feel like there could be a little less body to this.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, there's not much body, so.
They can have a little less. Drop a couple LBs on this.
All right. I mean, I don't know what more you could. It's 4.5%.
Yeah, I feel like it would be
Bring it to 4.
super thin. Like,
I want it to 4.
I mean, I would love that.
get out.
Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you. Taking these cheese balls. Bye.
I'm keeping the hot ones.
He's really going for this bit.
Yeah, he left his bag, so that's fine. He probably doesn't have his keys.
He'll have to be back. He didn't bring
You
the
go
tissue.
outside, start a fire.
I mean, this is. I don't think there's much else to say. It's exactly what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean-
well, fuck me in my opinion, I guess. You know, like
Sometimes your opinion's fucked. And this might be one of them times.
I like you.
I'm saying, like, this is falling into, like, a traditional dry Irish stout,
Maybe I'm wrong about the body thing. I don't know.
I don't know. You drank it all.
No, it's very good. I do like it. I would say that.
Crack open that Guinness. Let's see how it compares.
He's trying to get out of here as quick as possible. He's just slamming the beer.
Yeah, I gotta go. I got things to do. I have nothing to do. This is great. I think this is very close to Guinness, actually. Cool.
Yeah, I think with Guinness, I feel like with Guinness, the only thing I would say about Guinness is I feel like there's, I don't know if the body's a little bit heavier, but there's definitely more, like, I get more chocolate, I think, with Guinness and more.
It's the chocolate syrup you put
Well,
in.
and I think it has to do, it probably has to do with, like, even the cans you get have, like, those nitro shit in there. Like, that does, like, it affects the body most definitely, and the aromas and, what you're going to get on your palate. So I think that's kind of like the play with Guinness. I will say, though, this is closer to, like, what I've had, like, in Ireland. Like, when I went to the Guinness factory all those many moons ago. Like, it tastes pretty clean. Like, hasn't been sitting around for a long time. Like just a good, fresh Irish stout.
Matthew, do you have anything else other than nodding your head yes, which is terrible for podcasts?
Well, we've talked about just saying yes. Yes.
Yes.
So we're not going to do that 30-second awkward pause. Okay.
We can do it. I can start now if you want. Ooh, Little Caesars. Fuck, I lost. What do you think of the beer overall?
No, I like it a lot. It's hard for me to compare against Guinness because Guinness you always have nitrogenated.
Yeah.
Which does impact the body, the flavor, everything else, unless I'm having the foreign extra, which I love, but is a little bit higher ABV, has a little bit more body, and a little bit more dryness as well. But yeah, from all the other drier stuff I had, it's pretty much identical. Doesn't hit anything bad. It's not. Sometimes the couple bad drier stouts I had, and bad in quotes, is I feel like it just got too dry and almost acidic.
Yeah.
And so you almost get like this sourness on top of like that chocolate malt can get a little bit of that sour, and you don't get that here. So
Yeah.
So correct me if I'm wrong.
We will.
And I think I am, but I've not had it. But is the foreign, like if you get the foreign extra stout, is it that typically in bottles?
Yes.
Okay, so but that's not like it doesn't have the nitrous tab in there or anything like that. So okay, yeah, I was like, I don't know if I've ever seen it in cans because I've had it out of bottles and stuff. The first time I ever had it was like before they were even distributing it to the U.S. was it at the Guinness storehouse, and it was like when I had that, I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's a really good stout.
Why
I
do they
really,
not-
really like it.
And then when they brought it, it was good. It's not as good as the one you get it over there, obviously, but like it's still a very fucking that's my preferred.
I think I'm gonna go and look for that tomorrow, even though I just bought regular Guinness.
It's just good.
It would also be. I don't know if I've ever had it on draft, but
Ooh.
that would be awesome if they.
What if they have it on tap here in Guinness?
Dude, I keep forgetting about that place.
I get emails from them. I was gonna to go there. You can make a reservation to go.
This weekend's probably a shit show.
Yeah, it's from a certain amount of times. I don't know if it included you had to pay for your reservation or something. I don't know, but I was like, this is not the weekend for me to go.
Get a bunch of bottles of the foreign extra stout. We'll pour it into my 1 gallon keg, and then we'll just tap it and see how it goes.
Hell yeah, it's a great idea. Let's do it.
I'll wash it
Yeah.
because it's still probably got that old fashioned residue in it.
Ooh, the old fashioned Guinness. We've had that before.
That does sound really
Ooh,
good.
that would be.
We had a barrel aged.
I know, but if we made our own,
Let's do it.
Dry Irish stout. Add a little bit of cherry. Age it. Put some oak staves in it.
I like it.
yeah. But Guinness had like a barrel aged old fashioned Guinness.
Yeah, they also had the mint one that was really good. The chocolate mint.
Yeah, I know the old fashioned was okay. It wasn't our favorite because like we set that bar with that Bell's one that we had.
Oh yeah, that is just the
that
best.
was the old fashioned beer that was like top notch. Fucking
Please bring it back, Bells.
yeah. I mean, come on, that
Quit
was
fucking
fantastic.
around. Quit fucking around.
Barely to Rat Pack.
Okay,
You've not had Rat Pack?
no,
We have some sitting in barrels.
Okay, well,
Well, you guys will have to come by sometime.
is it barley wine?
No.
Never mind.
You son of... It's Rat Pack. It's a quad.
Pretty sure I've had that before.
definitely a Rat Pack. I know that. Is it always been barrel aged?
The barrel age was as time goes by.
Before you go away, Brandon. Or actually, I'll ask Matthew first. Go ahead and do what you're gonna do. Matthew, how many daughters are you giving this one?
There's only 4 daughters, so...
Imagine there's a 5th.
I don't want to. I think 4. I think 4 actually hits it real solid. This is definitely 4 is my number of like. I would actually go out if I'm looking for a dry Irish stout. I would go out and look for this one.
I'd actually go out with one of the daughters. Is what you're saying? If I was looking for this dry Irish stout, I'd actually go out with one of these daughters so I could have more of this dry Irish
You know the
stout.
daughter named Jamie. She's wonderful. Beautiful Irish lass.
Who did he? Brandon, how many daughters are you giving this one?
What the fuck did we just drink?
The Doc's Irish Stout.
I really don't like this convention of rating. Because wrong.
I'm going a solid 4. Solid 4.
I'm with you guys too. All 4 daughters, you're ours. This is delicious.
Well, thank you. Who brought? Oh, you brought all of them.
I brought all, no. Except for the Lucky Linny. That is Brandon's. That's for the after the final pour. Which I do have. I did have another beer for the after the final pour, but I like this idea better.
Also, do the other one.
Take the fucking can. He's trying to pass you the beer.
Mateo!
Maddie.
Hey, corned beef snatch. Take it.
Hey, it's Lord of the Rings can.
I kind of thought that too.
Oh yeah. Look at that. I bought. They have an Irish red too, I think. Or no, Riverlands. I think both Moore and Riverlands also had Irish red. So I could have got both of their versions. Like I could have got their Irish red and their stout, but I decided to, just switch it up. I wanted to keep things interesting. Pouring this, it looks like I'm pouring Coca-Cola into a pint glass, and I like that. It's already off to a good start.
Though you brought up something that's actually kind of surprising to me that you said Moore and Riverlands had a dry Irish stout and a Irish red.
Yeah.
That just seems a lot for one holiday that typically
Just need
has
one of
been
the-
dominated by Guinness.
Yeah.
So like either they both been doing extremely well in their tap rooms and they just thought it would do well enough, but putting out 2 different seasonals for this type of holidays kind of wild to me.
Especially for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Like
Hey,
it's,
they like to party. What do you
why isn't anybody making Easter beers,
Well, there's some kind of Christ joke in there about rising, not making again, letting it sit.
3 days. Let it rest for 3 days.
3 weeks.
You know,
That's why people make wine. It's just wine all the time.
Pipeworks one time did Ninja vs. Easter Bunny, and I believe it was a barley wine that was really, really, really good. And I missed that one. I wish they'd bring it back.
And I know Schrenkella makes a Lent smoked beer, which is really delicious. So they do have a Lent beer.
Yeah. Who?
Schrenkella,
Okay.
the German.
Oh,
dude.
They're the ones that make their like OG rock
Come on,
beers.
Brandon. Everybody knows that. I thought you were a beer guy.
They're the beer that tastes like bratwurst.
Got fucking encyclopedia corned beef over here, like knowing everything.
Give it up for corned beef snacks. Wah, 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 wah.
Okay, so tell us about this can.
Okay.
It's a can made of aluminum.
It says keep cold.
He said talk about the can, stupid.
Oh, it's fucking...
Yeah,
Not the
how
print
about
on
those
it.
tariffs, right?
Wait, why don't you guys... I'm looking it up. Why don't you guys talk about it real quick?
Some more brewing. Story Horse.
That's the name of this?
Yeah.
Just joking.
Well, you asked.
There is no story on the can.
I love the nose on this.
Yeah, I agree.
This one has much more aromatics than the Riverlands in terms of the body and nose. Even the color looks definitely more of that, like,
More?
boom.
How can I have more if I haven't had any yet?
All right, I got the description here. Stop talking. This wee stout packs a big and flavorful roasty punch. An old-school malt bill of Maris Otter, roasted barley, and pale chocolate lends notes of fresh soda bread, dark Cadbury chocolate, and dark espresso delivered on a velvety, jet-black body. 5% alcohol. Drink it up, bitch. Why did they say drink it up, bitch, in here? That's
I
weird.
hope it does.
It doesn't.
should.
It doesn't. Doesn't say that.
I do think Riverlands had more of that coffee note to me than this one.
I agree. I'm getting a little more, I guess, maybe chocolate, but like a dark chocolate. I'm not getting like Cadbury chocolate. It feels like more like a dark chocolate, like that. It's the dark chocolate flavor without the sweetness or the bitterness. I don't know how to describe it, but that's kind of what I'm feeling.
Just want to point out real quick that someone had checked in this beer and said, it is 3 a.m. and maybe I should go eat breakfast. That's pretty great.
Follow them on Untapped. That's the account that you want to follow.
Yeah, actually, I'm kind
We
of
literally should do an episode of just grabbing random beers and not even reviewing them, just drinking them and reading all the fucking notes on check-ins.
Yeah, there's definitely...
And then tagging all those fucking people
That's actually really funny. This is actually his. I'm reading this person's check-ins. Someone 18 hours ago they checked in Imperial pajamas and said, "This boy won't be happy until he see cans. Can you again?" For Imperial pajamas.
We should curate an episode based on that guy.
I think so. Last call before the winery. Mo the dog found a bag of pizza and brought it to me. She said she worries about my poor eating habits. This is pretty great.
Okay, give this guy a shout out. I want to follow him.
Well, hold on. Let me read a couple more here, and then we'll get back to this beer. Ran into Shannon from the other book club, and we are talking recently. And we are talking recently translated literature from Brazil. I drank most of my beer at the cash register talking books. Okay.
I don't think he was supposed to.
Yeah, I don't think that's what happens. Let's see if I can find one more interesting one. In Chicago for the Frank Black Show tomorrow, which means stopping by Hot Butcher. So that's just a normal one. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Miss Echo is at church until 9, so I popped into Brewworks. Abby, Kevin, and the girls were here, and it is musician Jenny's birthday. Mo the dog is the very special guest star.
Well, nothing about the beers.
Yeah, well, I'm going to send this person a friend request right now. Oops. Send. If they accept, I will let you guys know how to follow them.
We should find that person and have them on an episode.
It's pretty great. I didn't listen to anything you guys said about this beer because I got lost in that person's check-ins. I will say that I think I like Doc's more than this one, even though this is tasty. If I'm looking for a try Irish Stout, I'm probably going to lean more towards wanting what Guinness has, and I feel like Doc's has more than what this has. But this is also a very, very tasty stout.
Well, it's not a dry Irish stout. It's an Irish-style stout.
What the fuck's Irish style about it?
I don't know.
Come on, more. We need more information.
I'm with you on. I think I like Doc's more. But this
Doc's
is good.
more. Yeah. Yeah. It's not a bad beer at all.
No, not bad at all. But yeah, there's some subtle differences here
This actually needs more body.
that I
mean, actually,
More?
yeah. Actually, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I did totally cut you off. From what I thought I was lacking in Doc's, this is what it would be like, and I don't like it.
Well, this
As much.
This reminds me of just more of those stouts from like the early 2000s, like an N. Fitzgerald from like Great Lakes, where it's just like, this is like a 5-6% stout.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like, to me, that dry Irish stout definitely has that little bit of that bitterness on the back end, a little bit thinner. Obviously, Guinness is just the
Goat.
yeah.
Greatest of all time. It's more of a...
Well, it's definitely the baseline. Like that's what I mean. But that's what everybody, when they do one, they're trying to get to as close
Emulate,
to that
yeah.
as possible. So
yeah, which you kind of have to.
Yeah.
If you're doing a saison, you have to do saison DuPont. Otherwise, no one understands what saison is.
That's true, and there's a lot of different saisons out there, and they're kind of weird. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, good job for bringing Doc's, story horse. I do love the artwork because I just want to see Gandalf riding on a horse.
How many wizard staffs are you giving this one, Brandon?
what are we drinking?
The story horse.
I know. I'm gonna go like 3.6, 3.7.
All right.
I think.
Matthew.
Yeah, I'm back to my 3.75. It's definitely a really good beer.
Yes, it's tasty.
For what it is, it's just not quite what I think of Irish stout. So
I ain't kicking it out of bed. I'm gonna go 3.6 on this one. I like it. It's good, but Doc's is Doc seems to be the clear favorite. I think between Doc's and the Knot. I guess let's talk about that. We don't have to rank the beers, but what was your favorite Irish Red and what was your favorite stout? I mean, if we just said what this favorite stout was, I think we all chose Doc's. What was your favorite red, Brandon?
I think I'm gonna go with the
Anti-Northside beer from Midwest.
yeah.
Irish Tommy.
Yeah, the Midwest Coast.
Yes. Matthew, do you have one that you prefer over the other?
we're taking Linny out.
Yes, we can't vote for Linny. Not a part of the official lineup, but it will be in the picture.
Then not.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going with the Knot as well, and I'm choosing Doc. So Doc the Knot.
Doc that not.
Doc that Knot.
Okay.
Doc that Knot, you corned beef snatch. No?
Turning into a rubbing podcast.
He went there.
He went there. Overall, I will say that all four beers were fantastic. They were good. They were definitely good representation. 5. All 5. I'm not counting fucking old Irving. I had to give the $20 back. Okay? Thank you. All 5 beers were very good. And I honestly would recommend all 5. Like I wouldn't not drink these again, especially the 2 that I liked, obviously, but especially around this time of year, all 5 beers are delicious.
Yeah, being out and about in Chicago for the spring, if I see any of these, I'd be happy drinking it. Any and all of them.
Absolutely.
You've got options, people.
Yeah.
Choose wisely.
Don't fuck this up.
Yeah, don't.
Tariffs are killing everybody. Don't fuck this up. Matthew, it's a pleasure having you back. Thank you for joining us for our St. Patrick's 2025 episode. We didn't do a shot of Irish whiskey. I apologize.
Oh, there's after the final pour.
That won't be for another 2 weeks, though. That's the thing. So,
Well, I'll just have to take enough shots to get us to 2 weeks from now.
shit.
We need to go grab the Jameson?
No, it's all right. I think we'll be okay. You know what? You don't still have that bottle of Bushmills from 5 years ago when we first did the podcast and had to drink it twice?
No, because we drank it twice.
Fuck, that's right. Brandon, you got anything else you want to add?
I do.
I gotta go.
So I do want to say, before we close out, coming up soon on Thursday, April 10th, is Chicago on Tap. Chicago on Taps brings you dozens of local breweries and restaurants, bringing their very best for you to try, providing unlimited tastings of their favorite brews and bites. You and your friends will experience music, games, and raffles, and enjoy one of the best lakefront views in the city at Theater on the Lake. Tickets are on sale now and only $45. And shout out to Old Irving Brewery, who will be one of the featured breweries at Chicago on Tap.
Who?
Old Irving Brewing, who will be one of the featured breweries at Fuck me up. Featured breweries on Chicago on Tap. Going to be a lot of other breweries there. I know Eris is going to be there. Hot Butcher for the World. Double Clutch. I know there's a ton out there, but definitely you will not be disappointed with the beer selection. A lot of great restaurants if you've been there in years in the past. Note that tickets are cheaper this year, and they do have the entire space. So it's going to be a very open layout. It's going to have space for seating and sitting while you're seating, and
Drinking while you're drinking.
yeah. But, spots to sit and mingle with your friends, sit down and have a bite. Try all your favorite stuff. It runs from 6 to 10 p.m. on Thursday, April 10th. We will be there.
Man, I was going to ask you.
99.9% sure that Matthew will be there.
I will.
And if
it's
he's
one of our favorites.
And if he's not there, he's never invited on this show again.
He just said he was going to be there.
I'm just saying, if he doesn't show up.
Then I'm in the lake.
Oh.
Swimming with the fishes.
Yeah, I should have said that. Anyways, yeah,
What if
join
he gets
us.
hit by a bus or something and he can't be there?
Well, it's easier for him not to be on the show, I guess.
That was exactly.
Right,
Technically, Tony's right.
Anyway.
We will come to the hospital and record an episode with you.
Just
Make you drink beer.
We can. If that happens,
When
you
you're
have to
in a
weekend
podcast.
at Bernie's me on the cast.
Perfect. We'll definitely do it.
Going with my mouth.
We'll do it. This is Beezer. You should drink it. It's delicious. My name's Matthew.
But yeah, we did want to make sure that we mentioned Chicago on Tap because it is an awesome event. It does support Meals on Wheels Chicago. Not only is there going to be obviously beer and food, there's going to be a pretty sweet raffle. A lot of the breweries, a lot of restaurants, and other businesses are submitting stuff for the raffle. So you can go in there, bid on, I think it's a silent auction, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, you go in, you can bid on your choice of what would be your favorite item.
A lot of cool things were won last year.
Yeah. By a lot of Tony's friends.
By OIB.
Nice. I'm probably going to enter because since everybody I knew basically won something last year, which is totally weird. Like, everybody won something. And I didn't even participate once. So this year, my plan is to win. My plan is to win something.
In it to win it.
Yeah, come hang out with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. And
You won love this year.
I did. Actually, I did. Next week, if this all works out, with sometimes things don't when it comes to recording and when we publish stuff. But next week, we will be doing pretty much a full Meals on Wheels Chicago on Tap episode. So we're very excited about that. That'll be fun. What are we going to drink? Don't know. We'll probably curate some beers from the breweries that are participating. So we'll talk about that. Maybe we'll find out maybe we'll get a sneak peek of what Old Irving is pouring at that event. He doesn't even know right now. I just saw the wheels turn in his head.
No, Nate actually submitted everything for that one. So.
Ooh.
Nate's been taking over the submissions on the festival. I should get to show up as a
Nice.
fancy person now.
Good job, Nate. Well, find out what he submitted.
I'm pretty sure it's Beezer and Cushy.
Dude. That's less exciting now.
But it could be something else.
Ooh, we'll find out. I guess we'll have to find out next week. So tune in to find out. Will there be more than just Cushy and Beezer?
Could it be Goat Destroyer? Could it be Krampus?
Not gonna be Krampus. Be cool if it was. Can you just have some for
It was
us?
a lot cooler if you did.
Walk around some cans of Krampus
Yeah, that'd be pretty
on
cool.
a Thursday night.
If you know the Malting Hour guys, say hi to them. Maybe you can get some Krampus.
Ooh. That's fun. I know the Malting Hour guys. Brandon, Matthew, thank you.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Brandon, love you.
Love you too, man.
We'll see everybody next week.
Bye.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
This has been The Malting Hour. Be sure to follow us on all social media by searching The Malting Hour and at themaltinghour.com. You can also follow us individually on social media. Brandon can be found on Instagram as BMDub81. On Twitter, BDub81, and on Untapped as BDub Drinks Beer. Tony can be found on Instagram and Untapped under Ace of Help Chicago. On Twitter, The Ace of Help Chicago. Clark can be found as Clarkowski on all three. Dan can be found on Instagram as hip__hops and hip hops on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, like, and rate the show on your preferred podcast listening platform. Until next time, cheers from all of us at the Malting Hour.